Alexander Hernandez versus Damon Jackson. This is a really, really weird fight, in my opinion. Alexander Hernandez, he starts fast. He can't be the nail in the fight. He has to be the one taking it to you. And if he can't run you over, then I feel like he loses. He's very one dimensional. He can be hesitant with his hands. Looking at Damon Jackson, the dude, he's just like he is a sub artist, but his chin is gone, and he can get flatlined way easier than I would like. He can get reckless at times, but I mean, he's as tough as they come. He beat Pat Sabatini. You're getting him at plus 170. I'm going with Damon Jackson, dude. And he was even saying in the pressers that he thinks Alexander Hernandez. He's cocky, man. Like I want to beat this guy. I want to humble him a bit. I think he can. I'm not gonna get the fact that Damon Jackson got hair plugs because he was balding and super young. I'm not gonna hold that against him.
The glow up's real.
The glow up is real, man. It's crazy how good looking you can be when you have money.
No shit.
But looking at this fight, he's getting 36% of the bets, only 20% of the money. A lot of people are going on the younger, the more hyped guy, Alexander Hernandez. I just feel like this is a time, once again, kind of like the fight we were talking about with Peak. Just everybody's kind of sleeping on the one guy, and they're going with the hype of the other. What do you think?
Yeah, once again, you did the heavy lifting for me on this. Not much I can disagree with. I just don't know if I can agree with you on the outcome. I'm still
Yeah.
actively wrestling with it in my head as I'm speaking right now. Yeah, Hernandez. I'm looking at his record again, and I really get fed up of people saying ignorant, weird, cringe, secondhand embarrassment shit like Fighter A took Fighter B's soul. And
Yeah.
like the main example is Rory and Robbie Lawler, and Robbie took Rory's soul. And it's like, you do realize both of them, like their careers both started to go down after that fight. You know,
Yeah.
not Roar. I mean, excuse me. Lawler won like maybe one more fight after that immediately, maybe two. He got the championship, but his career wasn't that much better than McDonald's after that fight. So I don't really like saying that, but it's kind of hard with Hernandez to disagree after that Cerrone fight in 2019. Cerrone really just humbled the kid because he was coming out like a bat out of hell with a lot of momentum, beating sleepers like dark horses of the division like Olivier Aubin Mercier. Round one, huge knockout over Beneil Dariush. Obviously, we know Beneil Dariush and what he's done over the years since 2018 when they fought. I know that there was controversy over that because of the whole fake glove touch thing. But, I
Yes.
mean, he beat those two guys, and then right after that, his third fight was Cerrone. Classic example of talk to great game. Won the press conference, won the face off, the weigh ins, the stare downs, all that shit. But then guys ass handed to him in the actual fight. And then he's just been so skittish ever since because he has four wins and five losses since that time. So he's got 4 wins, 5 losses since 2019 when he faced Donald Cerrone, and his wins have not exactly been against top tier talent. And I hate MMA math, but beating Francisco Trinaldo, I don't even think Francisco fights anymore. I think he's retired. Chris Gritzmacher, he had a lot of hype in 2016, but damn sure not 2020 when he lost in round one to Alexander Hernandez, and he's not even in the UFC anymore. And Mike Breeden and Jim Miller. Yeah, that was actually a good win. February last year. Jim Miller is actually proving he's got longevity and he's a tough old vet that, he's still got some
Yes.
gas in the tank. So that was actually good, but that's your best win. It's still not impressive to say your best win in 2023 in your last 9 fights damn near was Jim Miller. That's not really moving the needle for me. It's just tough because Jackson is coming off back-to-back losses, finished by a left hook in round 2 by Dan Ige, the unanimous decision loss August last year to Billy Quarantillo. That's the only thing that's giving me pause. This is a very tough fight. It's very, very tough to predict. Once again, I'll say it again. Douche sandwich. Giant douche turd sandwich. Gun to my head. Alexander Hernandez plus 120 KO TKO.
At least I can agree with the method. If you're going to go with him, I can agree with the method.
Yeah, because if it goes to decision, I think it's because Hernandez is probably losing.
You better start listening to the Better in Green podcast. You will not regret it. Trust me, trust me, trust me. And hey, I'm Dean Blandino.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Better in Green, eh? To Better in Green, eh? To Better in Green, eh? Listen in and cash out. That's what it's all about. Come on, let's make cash now. We always on spot and we cover all spot from the bottom to the top, eh? Shout out to Ethan, shout out to Wyatt, shout out to Ben. Welcome, welcome to our podcast, Better in Green.